Hey everybody, welcome back to H&S Collectibles. So this is the much asked for and I hope much anticipated office tour video. I'm going to start you at one end of the office and walk you through, tell you a little bit about the office, and then just kind of go up and down the walls and show you the different art prints and what have you that I have on the walls. Tell the story behind some of the autographs, some of the collectibles, and show some of my collection. So there's more in the living room that I'll probably do in a later video, and some still kind of socked away in storage that I'll eventually get to. So with that, I will now pop outside the office and head on back in and walk and talk with you. So starting outside the office door looking in, we'll go inside, and real quick, I'll just tell you about the office a little bit. So we built this house starting in 2006 and finished up in 2008. I finished the inside myself. So the office is 10 by 18 with the closet and shelves over here protruding into that space. So what you're left with is somewhere between 150 and 160 square feet that me and my wife share. So we're just going to start up here in the corner, and this will be actually the second time I shot this. I learned my lesson that you can't make this one big video or else my phone can't handle it. But real quick, Dirty Harry picture, got that at I forget where, a store in Gatlinburg somewhere. Been a big fan of Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry, the spaghetti westerns for most of my life. I wish I had space for these anymore. These I had hanging up in the office when we first moved in, but the Italian poster for a few dollars more, the American for Fistful of Dollars, and the American for Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Yeah, they were kind of what I started off decorating the walls in here with, and it's spread and grown since then. But up here on this shelf, we start with my Star Trek Trivial Pursuit set, the Space Shuttle Craft edition. Some games we like: Joking Hazard, Exploding Kittens. We play those on New Year's with friends. Let's see, this is the horror edition of Trivial Pursuit. A couple times on a trip, the wife has read me questions for fun while we're driving. Star Trek glasses a friend got me for my birthday one year. Star Trek Pez set that I found at a pawn shop for just $10. These are really cute. I got these at ThinkGeek. Is Captain Cupkirk and the Gorn bread muffin. Kind of funny. Some Dorbs I have. You got Egon, Jason, He-Man, Skeletor, Stripe. Up at the top there, Jack Torrance, and then down at the bottom, the Jack Torrance frozen version my wife got me, and a face hugger. And let's see, coming down this wall, that's Marshmallow Man, Christmas ornament. He plays the Ghostbusters theme. Sorry for the light getting cut off right there, but this is my Tucker and Dale mini poster that they signed. So Alan Tudyk signed, and he wrote, "There we were," and "Are you all right?" You know, from when the kid dove in the chipper. And Tyler Labine signed, "They hate my face," which was my favorite line from him in the movie. Going down, it's a NECA metal poster, Sin City, one of my favorites. 3 3/4 figure of the Gremlin from Twilight Zone. And I don't know what kind of music that you're all into, but I just got these recently. These are Canadian stamps that they made in honor of Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cohen's one of my favorite singers. I was able to pick up this set of 9 stamps for $8 with free shipping, and putting a little frame down here. So let's see, print of the Thing, the Norris creature, and McCready in the background. Sorry for the glare, guys. Doing the best I can with that. This charcoal style drawing of Ash. This is my 18-inch Ash Movie Maniacs figure from McFarlane. He does talk, motion activated, but his batteries are dead. Let's see, going down the way here. Here's the Jaws figure. set from McFarlane that I did a video on recently, and then some autographs. So this is autograph from Brian O'Halloran and Marilyn Gigliotti, I think is how you say the name, or maybe Gigliotti. But they signed my Clerks DVD for me. He played Dante, she played Veronica. My Tom Atkins autograph on my Halloween 3 DVD. This is one that I'm proud of. I got Timothy Baum's autograph, played Lionel in Dead Alive on my DVD. He was at the first con we attended, and I think it was his first American con appearance, and I haven't seen him at any since, so I feel pretty fortunate that I got him when I did. Tony Todd, I think I showed that one when I did my 31 Days of Horror list, and then Eugene Clark from Land of the Dead played Big Daddy. I showed that when I did my Big Daddy figure, I believe. Let's see, now getting over to this bookcase. So these are shelves built into the wall that I made. We trimmed the house in poplar, so I want everything to match, so I made these poplar shelves. But this is where I keep my Godzilla collection, and this Enterprise model kit that I built about 20 years ago. I'm honestly amazed it's still in one piece and still hanging. So starting up here at the top is a little knockoff Godzilla. The only Gamera figure I own. I think he might be a Bandai. This Godzilla vs. Destroy on the big base. There was others in the set. If you had them all, then they spelled out the words Destroy All Monsters. A couple of NECA Godzillas. Again, a couple little knockoffs there. I think that's a Bandai one, that tiny one with the big head. This set of 6 I really like. This was one of the first things I ordered online from Godzilla from 2001, 2002 I think I got it, and I'm pretty sure it's a Bandai set. But from left to right, it's Godzilla Millennium versus Mothra versus Destroya, Godzilla 85, King Kong versus Godzilla, and then the original. Yeah, I just really like that little set. And then just for randomness, here's Tony Montana and Freddy. I don't know what brand that Freddy is without going back and looking. I got a picture of his original package because I saw him at a convention back in March, and he was about 50 bucks in the package at that con. I've had that thing since I was a kid. I remember getting it in the checkout line at the grocery store. My mom let me get it. Let's see, here's my Phantasm Cuda from Ertl. Kind of dusty. I need to dust in here. But the hood opens, and I'll show you one mistake they made. If I can get the hood open. Yeah, there we go. Oh, dang it. Almost had it. Bear with me. Yeah, there's the hood. So in the movie, she's labeled as a 440 6-pack. This one's labeled as a 340 4-barrel. So, but the door's open. It's got a white interior, white pinstripe like the movie. The license plate says Phantasm, and quite a while ago she took a dive off the shelf and broke the side of the bumper off. And my friend who made the 3D printed sword for my Monty Python Black Knight figure is making me a new bumper. He's working on it. So let's see, plush Godzilla's the one on the right's the blue one I just picked up at the con, and the gray one's one from Think Geek from a while ago. A little Godzilla set from Godzilla 2014 my wife got me. There's one on the other side. Little 3 3/4 trap jaw. There's the metallic Godzilla or Hydra picture I got from Art by Pizza Face at the Indiana Toy and Comic Expo. Let's see, this is kind of neat. I got these on eBay. There was 4 of them. I only have 3 left because one got broke. But these little figures with the bases, the dioramas, came with candy, little sweet tart kind of candy in Japan. And this is one of Godzilla emerging from the seabed at the beginning of Godzilla vs. Mothra. Here's another cute little Bandai Ghidorah, the NECA Mothra, Bandai Destroyer. He's missing a wing. I didn't notice that till I got him home. Kind of made me mad. I'm not too sure what brand this Shin Godzilla is, but I liked how it looked, and I picked that up from a Mock Time Toys at one of the conventions. And right next to him is a NECA Shin Godzilla. Funko Body Knocker Godzilla. Some more little Bandai's, Gigan. I forget that thing's name from Destroy All Monsters. Let's see, a Walking Dead zombie who's not on the right shelf. The little Hydra that I got from ThinkGeek recently. And then a Bandai Space Godzilla. Godzilla versus... forget which Godzilla this is. I don't think it's Godzilla versus Mothra. It might be later. Let's see, the NECA Atomic Blast, a Funko Godzilla, Bandai Mothra on him, a Bandai Anguirus, some more little Bandai toys of the original Godzilla, Destroya, Gigan, there's Mothra's larva. The orange Godzilla's a Funko my wife got me for Christmas. I like this Godzilla Christmas ornament. I picked that up at a convention. Pretty cute. There's another Godzilla Christmas ornament from 2014. It's the Hallmark ornament, and if you push his button, he roars and stomps and makes a bunch of noise. Let's see. There's one of the old style little knockoff Godzillas that walk and make sparks. And this is one that I really like, but I do wish he was bigger, just for some sense of scale. Here's my finger, so he's kind of short, but it's Godzilla looking at Hydra's eggs. I've heard some people say that was Hydra's eyes that he tore out, but if you look at Hydra, his eyes are red and these are white, so I always thought they were eggs. And then, of course, a Bandai Hydra in the back, the Godzilla 1954 poster version from NECA, the 2001 NECA, a Bandai Mechagodzilla, the NECA 2014, NECA 1962. There's another one of the little candy sets where he's emerging from the iceberg in King Kong versus Godzilla. More little Bandais. A Ghidorah I've had for a long time and is missing two of his heads. Here's the other little diorama where he's breaking the building in part one. His arm is broke off this one. They're pretty delicate. The other one I had was Godzilla vs. Destroyer, where he's melting down, and that got broke a long time ago, and I've thrown it away. Then the NECA Atomic Blast Godzilla, and another Bandai Hydra, and then the other little one my wife got me. So I got a few more Godzillas in the living room, but this is really the bulk of my Godzilla collection, which after watching you guys' videos, I really need to work on my Godzilla collection. Let's see, Hellboy, just kind of hanging out because he took a dive off the shelf and broke his gun. I was able to glue it back together, but now it won't open again. This is a Mezco figure, and he comes with the sword and the gun. Always kind of like that one. My son got me that for Christmas several years ago. Let's see, Phantasm Christmas ornament. So I think I showed this in my haul video from the Cincinnati Horror Hound. But come Christmas time, I'll probably show both of these. Evil Dead Chainsaw Christmas ornament. Some stuff in the background I bought at a con and still haven't watched. My 18-inch Michael Myers, he's in bad shape. His arms broke off, his knife is missing. A friend of mine gave him to me for Christmas a long time ago, and he's had it kind of rough. He's also motion activated and makes sound. There's my Sideshow Collectibles Black Knight from Monty Python and his 3D printed sword that my friend made. I've got to paint that and touch it up. The Funko He-Man Killer crossovers, Jason and Michael Myers. I was always a big He-Man fan, so those appealed to me. Hot Wheel Ghostbusters. Walking Dead figure that my brother-in-law got me a long time ago. If you push the button, she reaches for you. That's my wife's Bride of Frankenstein figure. And let's see, crossover. The Earth versus the Spider toy I got recently. My little tripod. and Dr. Tongue, the Monster and the Bride, C-3PO. We got a couple of these, and I like them because they turn in the box. So I thought that was interesting, and they're cheap when you run across them at a toy show. Walter, I picked that up just because I thought it was cool looking. I'd really like to find the one of the dude because it comes with a little rug. The 20th anniversary edition of Big Lebowski comes with the bowling bag, a bowling ball, pencil sharpener, and a dude's vest to keep the movies in. Some Zoom Zooms my wife got me of Donald and Ghost Rider. The Anti-Eternia He-Man. I just thought he was groovy looking and picked him up. Or Star Trek stuff, Pizza Cutter. And actually, there's my box for the Halloween 2 figure. I shot that video earlier, and this is my little stage where I shoot my videos. So now you're seeing behind the scenes, I guess. Let's see, going up this wall. So this is a yeah, this is a Father's Day thing my daughter made me a little while back. Too cute. And then I cannot tell you the guy's name, but my autograph of the guy who played Godzilla in 2001. And we met him at the last Louisville Con, and then we met this guy in Indy. Again, can't tell you his name, but he played at Millennium. This is one that I'm very proud of. Over Godzilla is the signature of Haru Nakajima, who played him, I think, 12 times, or maybe 13. But he played him from the beginning up through the 70s. And then Ken Sasuma signed over the top of the Smog Monster because he played the Smog Monster. And that's my favorite Godzilla movie. So I was real happy to get both their signatures on this, especially from Haru, because we met him just shortly before he passed away. An Aurora kit of Godzilla that I've never put together. I've also got a big, I think, North Star Lights diorama of Godzilla in the closet that I've never put together. I buy model kits and then don't put them together because I'm no good at it. Simpson stamps my wife got me. Here's Ken Sasuma's autograph on Godzilla 85. He played him, I think, from 84 through 98, if I'm right. Simpsons Collectibles my wife got me. Got the whole family there. And then coming over to this wall over my computer. Let's see, there's Homer's car. Michael Bean's autograph. So we met him in 2012 and he signed this Grindhouse picture and my Grindhouse Blu-ray. Superman canvas that my mom got me a long time ago. All the heroes in The Last Supper. I like that. I think my mom got me that too. Let's see. There's me and one of my daughters with William Shatner. Me and my boy with Ron Perlman. Me and my boy with Elvira. The whole family with Bruce Campbell. And then me, one of my daughters, and my son with Eugene Clark in his Big Daddy makeup. And then moving down to this shelf, print a Bender there in the back. Michael Myers Geeky Tiki. This is the Season 4 Walking Dead box set. If you push the movies in and out, the zombie raises his arm. I think I saw this in the background on Horror Hands shelf. My Christine model kit. That's in the Christine video I have if you go look it up. An old Hulk Hogan I've had forever since I was a kid. Hellboy's fist. It's a bank. This is a little sculpture of a crashed Star Wars fighter I bought from the guys at Sewer Lair again. This is one that they made. And I thought it was just really cool looking, so I picked that up from them. Some Snoopy stuff. I'm a big Peanuts fan. Let's see, the Season 2 Walking Dead view. The screwdriver does come in and out, but you raise it to get to the Blu-ray. Those are the only two Walking Dead sets that I have. Kind of lost interest in that show lately. Movie Maniacs King Kong, holding Fay Ray in his hand. Let's see, a King Kong glass, I believe from Burger King from the 70s. I found that at a flea market. from the Jeff Bridges King Kong, and then the Jason Geeky Tiki back there. So down here on this wall under the shelf over my computer is where I keep some of the things I'm most proud of and want to look at all the time. So here's I've shown this before, but my autographed Day of the Dead, or Day of the Dead, sorry, Dawn of the Dead set, signed by Ken Foray, Galen Ross, David Emge, Scott Reininger, George Romero right there in the middle, and Tom Savini at the bottom. We met all of them over the course of 2 different cons. We met Ken Foray at our first con in 2012, and the rest of them I want to say in 2015. And at that same con in 2015 we also met Malcolm McDowell, and I picked this picture of Sauron, even though I'm a huge Clockwork Orange fan. I just liked his look in Sauron, and the fact that he's the only guy who was able to kill Captain Kirk. And there we are at that show. There's us with George Romero, and there's us with Malcolm McDowell, and that was the same show we met the people from Clerks, O'Halloran and Marilyn. So this is a recent pickup, and probably I don't know. It's hard to pick between this and Dawn of the Dead as my favorite item in my collection, but maybe because of the freshness of the experience and how awesome it truly was, I'm probably leaning towards Phantasm being my favorite. But I've got, I'm sorry for the light, Don Coscarelli at the top, Reggie Bannister, Cat Lester, of course Mike right in the middle, Bill Thornberry, and Angus Scrimm, the tall man. So we met Angus Scrimm back in 2000, I want to say 16, maybe. I'd have to go look at the dates. But a couple years ago or so, and then we met the rest of them just this past, I guess it was August, in Louisville, and that's where I did the VIP experience, and I met my new buddy Scott, and just had a blast. It was also the one where I got to hang out and have drinks with Clint Howard, which was an experience. Another great one to me in my collection, Roddy Piper signed my They Live soundtrack, and also that's what this is, if it's not apparent. This is the soundtrack on vinyl for Phantasm and on vinyl for They Live. Closest thing I had to a poster, and so I loved the soundtrack, so I figured I'd have him sign that for something different. I actually had people offering to buy both these things off me in the autograph lines, so I thought that was kind of funny. This is my John Carpenter autograph. He signed this mini poster of The Fog that I got from Adrienne Barbeau. She signed it, and also Tom Atkins on the right. Let's see, Return of the Living Dead. The only person I've had sign this one so far, I don't know if you can read it, but Tom Matthews signed it, and he wrote, "You mean the movie lied?" And that's actually a Joel Robinson art print. You can check Joel out on artpusher.net. He's got some great work. Let's see, a print that somebody made of the Peter Cushing zombie from Tales from the Crypt. Christine poster. My desk is a mess, but then it always is. So let's see, if you watch Scream Factory Blu-rays, there's Sean Clark, who hosts Horror's Hallowed Grounds. He's also at some of these cons I go to, helping the celebs. I think he's kind of a sort of an agent for him when it comes to cons. Here's Judith O'Day from Night of the Living Dead, just got her in Louisville. And here's a couple from The Thing. So I got Keith David, I think at the same con that we met Angus Scrimm at, actually. And then Dave Clinton, who wrote my favorite line in the movie. He played Palmer, so you got Palmer and Childs on this poster. And then this poster is the one that I wanted, but I couldn't find at the time, and then I found it later. And that's what I had Thomas Waits, who played Windows, and he wrote, "You want me to reach somebody." And then Wilford Brimley signed the other side, Blair, and he wrote, "I don't know who to trust," which was one of my favorite from lines delivered by him. So let's see, just swinging over at the top, and sorry for that glare. There's Joe Pantoliano from The Fugitive, The Goonies here, The Sopranos, The Matrix. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was in Cincinnati when we met him. Very cool guy. Don Gibbs, we met him in Cincinnati when we met Windows and Wilford Brimley from The Thing. He signed this Bloodsport poster for me, or picture rather. John J. Amplis, who played Nathan's corpse in Creepshow. So Creepshow is one of my favorites. It's a big movie to me. And he wrote I Got My Cake, John J. Amplis. And again, this is a Joel Robinson print. That's Joel's signature. So every time you see that on one of these pictures, that's a Joel Robinson, and you can go to artpusher.net and check him out. This is a Joel Robinson picture. I liked it real well because you've got the, sorry for that glare. You got that shining carpet in the background. You got the Hellraiser box. Elvira's holding the key to room 237. So there's a lot going on in that picture. It's a fun one. Here's the Creepshow toys from Amok Time Toys, the Monstars line. Here's another one of Father's Day, the zombie. I'm waiting patiently for my crate monster to come in the mail. I've had him on pre-order for quite a while. I'll show a video of that when I get him. This is a print from Joel, and this is the cover art that was used on the Just Desserts Blu-ray, which was all the special features for Creepshow that probably should have just been on the Scream Factory release. But I like this because it captured all the episodes in one picture, and then had Savini, Romero, and King sitting on the crate, so that's cool. Then a Creepshow poster. And going down, there's our picture with Angus Scrimm. He was just a real treat to meet. Here's my Funko styled tall man coins from my friend Scott that I met at the last convention. Scott was just so nice to me, so friendly, so easygoing, and just really liked how much of a fan that I was. He's takes fandom to a level beyond me even. And had these made, and he shipped me a set, and my son won one at the panel, and we just haven't got him a shadow box yet, but I did get these shadow boxed and got them proudly displayed in here. I don't know if you can tell from the glare, but one tall man is holding a gold sphere and one's holding a silver. Let's see, some Action Masters toys from Terminator, just little die-cast cheap toys, but I like them. Kind of groovy looking. This is kind of a Christine corner. This is a print from Byron Winton of Ash driving Christine with Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Michael, and Cujo riding in the car with him. Some Johnny Lightning toys of Christine when she was nice and when she was for sale. Real comic book looking print of Tarman I liked. This is our Nick Castle autograph. We met Nick at the same convention that we met Adrian Barbeau and Tom Atkins at. This is another Byron Winton picture, and it's got everybody in it. That's what I liked about it. It's called Creature Feature. Let's see, down there at the bottom, Creature Feature. And, there's the doll from Trilogy of Terror. There's Puppet Master. There's Sam, Elvira, Leprechaun, Chucky, Dr. Phibes, The Phantom, Jason, Michael Myers, Pennywise, Black Lagoon, Wolfman, The Tall Man, Leatherface, Legend, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I think I see, it's hard to tell in the light here, but I think I see Captain Spaulding clear in the back row. I love that print, so I got it from him. This is my Brad Dourif autograph. And he wrote, I hate kids, which is what Chucky says after he puts the knife on his arm. My favorite line. Ernie Hudson wrote, that's a big Twinkie for us. Let's see, two more prints from Joel from Halloween 1 and 2. Just really liked both them. And when Joel sells you a print, he sells you the matting with it, so that's real nice. Let's see, C. Thomas Howell from The Hitcher. He wrote, Mom told me never to do this. Too bad I couldn't have got Rutger Hauer, and he's gone now, but I wished I could have met him at a con. I was always a big fan. I got these at the last show. Newspapers from the from the Haddonfield Tribune. About the day after. Just thought that was cute. They came framed and everything, I think for $8 each. Myers print that I liked. A couple more of those Action Masters, one of Predator, one of C-3PO. And now on to the next wall, starting at the top. Terminator Future War figures my wife got me for Christmas one year, or maybe my birthday, I always forget. I picked up this Dead Walk newspaper at the last con. I'd seen it for a while at the show and wanted it. It's $20, so I finally sprung for it. I had Laurie Cardill and Howard Sherman's autograph for a little while, so I decided just to frame them all together. I really hope someday that they do a Days of the Dead reunion, or Day of the Dead reunion, so I can get some more. Let's see, little guys that my kids got me for Christmas: Bender, Fry, Picard, He-Man. This is one I'm real proud of. I'll open up the case so you can get a better look at it, but this is my Kane Hodder autograph machete, and I made this case for it after we brought it home, and I think the thing I liked most about it is the background. I found that red velvety material and I hit it with a wire brush on a peanut grinder and just sliced it here and there with a razor blade, stretched over a background of black painted plywood. I just really like how that turned out. And a little Jason ring that I got too. So that's kind of a centerpiece in here. I built the case. So everything I build is made out of poplar. And I found this real streaky poplar board with light and dark in it, and just really liked how it looked. I thought it kind of made a statement. So I went with that. Most everything I make is stained. This one is just varnish, no stain. Let's see, this is from the same artist, I forget his name, that did the ash that I showed at the beginning. Here's a watercolor print of Flyboy. I just like the looks of it. Our photo op with Kane Hodder in the Part 8 Get Up, and our photo op with CJ Graham in Part 6. Love CJ. I always like talking to him at the shows, and he gives my daughter hugs. Part 7, just a cool print. This is one that my son made me in, I think, 7th grade art, because he knows how much I like Land of the Dead, so he made the cover for me. Kid's a lot better artist than I ever dreamed of being. So I'll bring you over to the rest of the wall. We'll get to that shelf in a minute, but DeLoreans, animation cell from Donald Duck my wife got me, the Peanuts gang running into Michael Myers. Let's see, the Peanuts gang as they live, the Peanuts gang running into Jason. And I like this one because Snoopy's the only one that sees him. Kind of funny. The Peanuts gang is zombies. So it says, yeah, eat guts. Sorry for that glare. No matter where I go in this office, that light is right there. There's a Charlie Brown Halloween toy. I picked that up at the Toy Man show in St. Louis. A little drawing of the Norse creature Spiderhead. I picked that up from, again, art by Pizza Face here recently at the Indiana Toy and Comic Expo. Another DeLorean. I got this ash canvas at the last show from the same artist I got these tombstone pictures from. I'm drawing a blank on his name. It's in my Louisville Convention Hall video. I think he sells online too, but he just did some great work here. Tombstone's one of my favorites, so I figured I had to have those. A couple prints from the They Live is another one by Joel. I have a lot of stuff from Joel. An old Freddy glove I've had for ages. Young Frankenstein I liked, and I got that right after Gene Wilder passed away. The guy had just made them, and it's one of my favorite scenes and one of my favorite comedies, so had to get it. Godfather picture I've had forever and just not got rid of. George Carlin, without a doubt my favorite comedian ever. Yeah, I think this was his next to last show. I think the last show was It's Bad For You, and this was the next to the last one. But I love the tagline. Some look at life on the bright side. He prefers the grave side, and he's sitting there with his feet in the grave. Too funny. Frankenhooker, it's another one from Joel. Let's see, a couple of Evil Deads. This is one from Joel. Try to get to where it don't glare. But you got a lot going on in this picture too. There's Father's Day, there's Werewolf in London, there's Day of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Fulci's Zombie, Dawn of the Dead, Tarman, Savini, Hare Krishna Zombie, Nicotero, and Survival of the Dead. And if you look in the background, there's a few more that you can identify. RoboCop print I liked, kind of comic bookish looking. One of my daughters made me that, RoboCop and Lewis. Kind of cute. This is my autographed Toxic Avenger toy. So this is from Soda Toys, from their now playing edition, or line I mean. And I think, yeah, Series 1. I'd like to find the Darkman figure. I've seen him at shows, but just didn't have the cash on hand at the time. But this is a real cool looking figure. I just couldn't decide whether or not I wanted to open him because I liked the display so much, and then I was able to meet Lloyd Kaufman, so this is what I had him sign. And he wrote to Cody, Toxie, and Lloyd Kaufman. If you ever meet him at a con, he signs for free. So he signed this, he signed a Class of Nukem High Blu-ray for me, and then he signed my Toxic Avenger Blu-ray set. And then we'll move up to this shelf, books and pops. That stack of books there. At the top is a Stephen King Creepshow comic book. Not Bad for a Human is Lance Hendrickson's autobiography. It's a good read if you ever want to try it out. He autographed that one for me. His autograph is in the other room. My son has a lot of autographs in his room. I might show you later too. But just looking at my pops, you got Seymour, Hellboy, Swamp Thing. I think he was a Hot Topic exclusive because he's fuzzy. Kurt Russell and Sam Jackson from the Hateful Eight. Eeyore and Elvira. That's a Funko Trapjaw. A little model of a Hemi. I'm a Dodge guy, so I built that a long time ago. Didn't require paint is why it looks so good. I never could paint a model, save my life. The Die Hard pops I thought was cute. Freddy, Ghost Rider, Dorb. Anymore I try not to buy any pops unless they really shout out at me. Let's see, Resident Evil and Trapjaw. The two Weird Owls they put out. The Funko Vinyl Idols, I think they're called, for Young Frankenstein, Ron Swanson and Bean. The Shaun of the Dead Dorbs. And then the Shining set. I had Jack Torrance, and my wife got me Wendy and Danny to go along with him. So that's the whole office, really, in a nutshell. This is, where I hang out, where I make my videos, and where I take care of things, write bills, what have you. One thing I will show here, I guess, a couple quick pickups I got lately. I did get that Shining Steelbook I wanted to get. I picked up Hellboy but haven't watched it yet, and I found a Hot Fuzz Steelbook. This was only $7 on Amazon. It might still be that price if you want to pick it up. And then I found this Terminator figure for $10. So I'm actually thinking about this being a prize in my next giveaway because I've already got this. I might give away the one that I have and keep the one in the box. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. This was my anniversary gift from my wife, so she got me this Ghostbusters Marshmallow Man door stander guy from Walmart for anniversary. Is too cute. So anyway, like I said, that's the office in general. There will be more videos at an individual level probably on most of these things as I go forward, and the bulk of the figure collection is in the living room, and I'll show that in a later video. But this is the office. Like I said, like and subscribe. 2 videos a week is what I try to put out, and we'll just keep it going. I'm enjoying doing it and having fun, and I hope I'm keeping you all interested. So until next time, happy Halloween. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Find you some candy, find you a good movie, and we will talk later. Thanks.